Now my goal in this training is not to go through hours and hours of WordPress setup and back-end architecture. Very briefly already we covered subdirectory versus directory. We've indicated that templates are available for free. Go to Google, type in free WordPress templates or best free WordPress templates, and you will have a lot of fun trying to figure out which ones to use. Once you decide on a template, you upload that to your server, and we'll go through that in another training session. But for now, what I want to show you is this section right here called Plugins. Okay, Plugins. So I'm going to click on that, and I've already loaded 9 or 10 plugins, and none of them are activated. So I'm just going to briefly show you how I go through and activate some plugins. Before I actually start clicking on activate, I want to mention to you that WordPress plugins are also another rather extensive category of valuable tools for your WordPress blog. And if you, again, go to Google and search on WordPress plugins, you're going to find a huge selection. There's probably plugins that I'm not using that would be valuable, and for now I'm just going to show you that several of the ones that I really enjoy using. This first one is ASCII's.net, and I guess that's I don't know how to say that word. A Keysmet plugin, and basically what that does is when that's activated, that blocks a lot of the spam messages from being posted to your site. So I really like that. All-in-one SEO pack, that's search engine optimization, and I really like that. And there's a couple other ones that I'm playing around with, and for now I definitely use the Google Sitemaps plugin. I'm experimenting with the real what you see, what you get plugin for editing. All of my sites have the Share This plugin, which allows me to syndicate my blog entries. This particular plugin, Smart Update Pinger, it allows you to make changes to your blog without the blog directories being notified that there's every time you make a little change. So I really like that. This Tag Mahal, this is a tag suggester. I'm using it. I typically find that I have been able to identify my own tags very quickly, but I still use that tool as a suggestion device. And finally, actually in front of the spam protector plugin, this WordPress database backup is critical. Okay, you don't want to be working in your blog and find that you've lost your site or whatever, or lost the content of your blog. You always want to have that backed up, and this particular plugin helps you do that. So right now I'm going to pause this training, and simply I'm going to be going through and activating these plugins. And I'm going to mention one other thing. Okay, you can see here there's a new version of Akismet, and I'm going to click that I want to upgrade that automatically, and you can see plugin upgraded successfully. It happened that fast. Now I'm going to go back to my plugins, and in this particular case now I'm going to activate that plugin to show you as an example of how that's done. And for this particular plugin, I want to mention, this is very important, this is almost ready. You must enter your WordPress.com API key for it to work. Okay. Now where do you get an API key? Well, you go to WordPress.com, you set up an account, you register and you apply for the key, and it's a number. And once you get that number, you can enter it in this particular space right here. And so I have a number, I'm going to enter it, and we're going to move forward. And for now, I'm going to pause the tape and then activate a lot of these plugins, and I'll be back. Okay, very quickly, you can see that since the deactivate word is visible, that I've now activated all these plugins. What I want to show you before going on to the next step very quickly is that in this Manage section, this is where you're going to find the backup activation plugin. Okay, very important. So I'm going to click on that, and then what I'm going to do is I usually select once daily as the backup, and then I select an email address that I back this up to, and since I am hosting this, I'm going to back it up to my email address. And I'm going to enter it here. I'm not sure if that's totally necessary actually, but I do it anyway. And then I want to include all of these tables in my backup. And it's, well, let me see this. I'll put it on the screen. I hit submit, and we're done. So now what happens is that on a daily basis, I get a backup to this blog via email once a day, and that's all there is to it. And I really cannot say strongly enough how important that is.